Welcome to my review of Summer in Mara. What a great game. I've just recently got into this game. Now, full disclosure, I did get this game early. I got a review code for this game, but my opinions are completely my own. I'm not being paid for this review. This game, I've been waiting for quite some time now, and I was pretty excited because it combines a lot of the elements of farming games that I really like. Some online, some on consoles. I've always really enjoyed peaceful games like Animal Crossing and Rune Factory and Harvest Moon and that sort of thing. So when I heard that this game was announced, I naturally got pretty excited. I reached out to the developer and they were nice enough to give me a review code. So here's my review.
At its core, Summer in Mara is a farming and crafting game, but it's actually a lot deeper than that. What you get in this game is a beautifully presented 3D life sim with light platforming and tons of slice-of-life quests. So far, the game has been completely peaceful, and the story is touching right from the start. You play the game as Koa, a young human girl who has been rescued from the sea by an old woman, Yaya, of a strange race. Yaya teaches Koa all about surviving on their little island and nurturing the island, giving back for everything you take. For every tree you cut down, you must plant a new one. A deeper story develops regarding mythical guardians, but I won't go into that as I don't want to spoil the story for you. Suffice it to say, there is a rich story and an ever-expanding world that you can explore and discover as you progress through the game, while deeper and deeper mysteries present themselves along the way. After a couple of hours of gameplay, you will get the opportunity to leave your tiny island and explore the ocean around you, visiting other islands where you will meet new characters, engage in commerce, and move the story forward. So what's the presentation of this game? Well, Summer in Mara reminds me in so many ways of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, at least visually, but also kinda due to the wonder and discovery presented to you in the game as well. This was intentional. The designers referenced Wind Waker as an inspiration back when the game was just a dream on Kickstarter. The best part about the overall presentation is honestly the way the game flows. Unlike so many farming games, you aren't thrown into tending a big farm and doing repetitive tasks right away. The story guides you through relevant quests that feel fun and necessary rather than just busy work, which makes the game a lot more addictive. I kind of want to draw parallels to some of my favorite online farming sim games, you know, the Farmvilles and Klondikes and things like that of the world. Just because of how instantly addictive this game is. The game feeds you quests and challenges at the perfect pace to keep you engaged and coming back for more. So what about the graphics? Well, I'm not really going to get into the technobabble here, the bits and bytes, that's not my wheelhouse, but this game looks beautiful and it runs nicely. The presentation is full HD, but the overall effect has the game looking similar to a really nice Wii or Wii U game, pretty similar to the textures of Wind Waker HD on the Wii U. I've encountered a few graphical glitches in the Steam version, a couple of instances where my character ended up standing on someone's head or in the air 3 feet above a rock I jumped on, but these glitches seem few and far between and are very far from game-breaking in any way. The environments are simple, but it is a beautiful cartoon style that makes it very endearing. So what about the gameplay? Well, one of the game's core mechanics is a day and night cycle that runs on a 1 hour per 1 minute clock. So it helps keep the game fast-paced most of the time, but has the unfortunate effect of being slightly annoying when you have to go back to your house or your boat every 10 or 15 minutes to sleep. It can interrupt you when you're trying to get materials for quest or progress the story. Koa also has to maintain her energy levels both by eating and sleeping, so if you push your luck with the clock, you will sometimes end up with an energy penalty the next day. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does sometimes interfere with the smooth progression of the game. Otherwise, the gameplay is quite engaging, with controls similar to a 3D platformer. You have full camera control, you can run, jump, complete actions freely. It's actually the direction I would have wished Animal Crossing would have went in. Summer in Mara gives you better camera control and a fully 3D environment, which I feel makes it technically superior to Animal Crossing. While there are some gameplay similarities to Animal Crossing, stuff like picking fruit off trees, picking up seashells, or going fishing, for example, Summer in Mara's more advanced gameplay mechanics make this a more complex and interesting game in the long run. There are literally hundreds of items to collect and craft, from various foods and recipes to tools and items to improve your island and your farming skills. The way the items are revealed to you seems much more relevant to the story of the game, as opposed to getting a random wallpaper design in Animal Crossing in your mailbox, which just seems, well, random. What about the controls? The Steam version of the game, which I've reviewed up to this point, has pretty standard keyboard and mouse controls, with your mouse handling the camera and movement achieved with the directional keys. It also provides full controller support, so you can use just about any controller you can connect to your PC. I'm using a Logitech F310, and the controls are tight and responsive, with all the buttons mapped in a very intuitive way. I love this game so much, and I think it will be a very good fit for handheld play on the Switch, so I actually pre-purchased a second copy with my own money, as I wasn't able to get a review copy on the Switch. But as of the recording of this video, it hasn't been released yet, so I can only assume the control scheme is very similar and will not present you with any problems. So in conclusion, if you have played games like Animal Crossing and wish there was a bit more of a story, or played games like Harvest Moon or Rune Factory and wished that there was a little less busy work, a little more story, Summer in Mara is a good compromise. It pulls inspiration from the best farming sims and the best slice-of-life sims, and throws in a heartwarming story and a good dose of adventure. For a budget title launching at less than $30 Canadian, probably around $20 American, this game has tons of content and fun gameplay. I would highly recommend Summer in Mara if you've been looking for a new peaceful adventure. If you want more videos just like this one, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell icon so that you'll be notified of every new video I put up. Also, give us a thumbs up so that I know if you really like this content or whether you want me to go in a different direction. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay classy.